How you doing?
Hey Mia, what you doing? Hey. Where's Dad? Where's Dad? Come on. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Are you on the block?
Just call me Scotty Cam.
Getting there, slowly. So what are you up to?
Just trying to get the power
To the shed?
into the shed.
To the almighty?
Just labourer.
I don't know if those hands are hard enough to be a labourer.
Hey, hey, hey. Been a while, I tell you.
Hello. Is that right? You bullfed. I think someone's a little excited to have some room to run around. So we're out at the new place. We just stained all the fence. Nice working on the shed. Our retaining walls are going in. We'll get some mesh wire on the fences as well to keep Puppuccino in. Hey, what do you reckon? Driveways are yet to be done, so we'll have a big driveway heading up to the shed and then around the other side so he can drive in and drive out. Yeah, it's all coming together. It's a lot of hard work, but it's good fun. A quick hiatus from work at home to head to AMCA presentations.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to do, but you know, it's AMCA, so. So I found my drink. Nathan's ordering it for me. I was just joking about it, but he didn't put up too much of a fight, so I went with it. Where is it?
It's coming.
Okay.
It's a special delivery.
I was waiting for you to come back with it for me.
Just in case you're wondering, that beautiful person is the person behind the camera.
No. Thanks. Macca. But
We're hungry for the fish bowl to come out.
just a regular sex on the beach.
Yeah, not an oversized.
But I wanted the fish bowl.
You wanted the oversized?
Yeah.
I can't give you that.
So, this milkshake, is it?
Tiana and Jay.
But, is it in a jug?
Rings can go everywhere. I just wanted to welcome everybody. The prices are outside, so I can we'll tell them why I said welcome when they come back in. But Boss Hogs is about to put the food out for us, so we can get started there. I want to do one draw before we get into it. All of your names went into a bucket, and there's 15 prizes, so we'll draw 15 names over the course of today. And if your name is drawn, you just pick something on the table. So I can call my first for us, please. Being our sponsor. I want their name. Karen Geary. Okay. Help yourselves, it's coming out in stages. Boss actually only has one chef at the moment.
Well, if I wasn't sitting here, I wouldn't have
I want to look good for my night.
I've torn the seats.
Not the computer.
I know. It's gotta love the children, love the kids.
Nice spread. My passion paradise partner over here.
At least she's not having sex on a beach.
Yeah.
That's later.
To the AMCA Southeast Queensland presentation for season 2021-22. Yes, yeah. Okay. Big thank you to our sponsors, Paul and Karen from Shock Absorber Therapy. And another big thank you to Kalia and Al Woods for their sponsorship and for hosting the event. Boss Hog Steakhouse. We're still waiting on one driver to arrive, so we might start with the funny stuff, if that's all right. Excellent. I always do novelty awards. So throughout the season, people do crazy stuff, and I just have to acknowledge some of it. Which one will we start with? No, it's funny. Oh, it's only last. So we couldn't decide on the Blonde Award this year, although Scotty thought maybe he was up for the Blonde Award, but we couldn't remember what he had actually done. And we went through all of my notes and I couldn't find anything written down either. But none of you are aware, but on the last night, so the 28th of May, you guys all left after the barbecue and went home. And the guy who won the feature got a flat battery. So he's actually getting a blonde acknowledgement this year. So Bruce Marshall, this is for you. I get to keep the Barbie doll for another day. She gets to stay at home, and you get that.
Thank you, everyone. My Blonde Award.
Feature winner and a flat battery, hey?
Normally he's got a flat tyre.
Oh, you were cool, man.
Too soon?
Maybe. I'm not employed anymore.
We run the barbecue. It's not really a barbecue. It's just a chance to stand around at the end of the night and enjoy everybody's company, have a few drinks and a bite to eat. Basically, eating is to put food in my stomach so that there's something in there for the alcohol we're about to pour out. This year, I'd like to actually do the barbecue appreciation, which was the person who actually sat by my side the entire time and cooked the barbecue, or either took your money for the barbecue, and that would be put it in the dishwasher. Okay, good. Throughout the season, we have lots of people spinning out. Tabitha actually sat down over the last couple of days and went through all of my notes, which includes comments from John, my input, people who are being lapped, people who are spinning. I'm afraid to say that there's 3 people up for grabs on this. Tabitha did notice that at the beginning of the season, Scott Hitchcock was up in the running for it. Another honourable mention would be Mark Taylor as the most spins. But this person was actually in my notes, which is why I decided also gets the tiara this year, because they spin but then take off again and don't bring on the lights for John. So he's in my notes but then gets a tick or something because he actually hasn't brought on the red light, the yellow light, and that's actually Shane Stacey. Maybe one of the Stacey boys might come up and... Which Stacey boy is going to... Gary Ware. And worked out the fastest lap for the season. Okay, Tabitha has. Thank you, Tabitha. This is at Archerfield. So the record is currently Matt Hardy holds the Archerfield one lap at 15:193, and that was done in May 2014. Closest we got this year was a 15:202, and that was actually Steve Pop. And the watch is better than what you're wearing. Again, Tabitha's been busy. She went through all of my notes and the most feature wins. Now we worked out for all of Queensland, so even if he won the Australian title, close but not quite, this person's also travelled to Rocky and Bundy. The most feature wins this year is Bruce Marsh.
It is 7.
Yeah, there you go.
I do keep a record of it.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Race Basics. I know where these must have been. Having a sale at the moment. on Race
Yes,
Gear.
we are. I got them cheaper. Now, we haven't done this board in a while, but I thought this person might actually laugh because he also copped a fine for being a moron. So we all know who that is. But this year's Dummy Spit Award, oh, we stuck this one really well. This year's Dummy Spit Award goes to Steve Pop. It did cost him $100.
It's not one of my proudest moments. I'm not very happy. Sometimes these things happen.
Okay, so I can't do the season without a few people's help. Of course, a few people aren't here. So Brett Cheatham, he's up in the tower doing all of our transponders and making sure we're all in our right and correct spot. And then giving me the rundown for the feature at the end of the night. So Brett Cheatham gets a thank you very much. John and Kathy Kelly at Archerfield Speedway, of course they get a thank you because they let us have the track and give us 10 meetings a year. Not sure what's happening next year, but we do have some dates.
We do.
We will tell you to pencil them in your calendar. And hope that no one buys it yet. So John and Kathy Kelly from Archerfield Speedway, thank you very much. We've got 2 people in the tower and 1 guy on the infield, rattling off all your names, giving us lovely stats, calling me Sammy for some reason. But one person who's on the infield commentating and doing your interviews at the end of heats and features is Trev. So big thank you to Trev. And I hope you so the other person in the tower who's giving all the vital stats and information about each driver as he comes down and talks to you, and then I go up and give him some other information if he needs it, and the draws and stuff. Big thank you to Becca.
Thank you guys on behalf of John, Kathy, Trev and myself. We thoroughly enjoy your class, you know that, we say that every year. It's just getting better and better, the numbers are getting huge. The crowd absolutely love it now. It used to be, as we've said, along with the wingless, used to be the class you used to get up and go and get your beer or your burger and blah blah. It's no longer the case. You guys have lifted your levels to way above where it was 10, 15 years ago. Absolutely sensational. As a commentator, makes our job just absolutely brilliant. And on behalf of the die-hard fans, myself and Trev, John and Kathy, keep it going, guys, because it's a stellar class. Thanks very much for everything you do for us.
We had a new sponsor come on board. They decided to give us a voucher and put it on the feature, not for the 1, 2 or 3 that win every time, but for position 4th or back. That number was usually picked by the commentator as you guys rolled out onto the field. The final night it was actually done by the owner, and he picked the number. So this year we'd like to also thank Boss Hog Steakhouse. If Carly will come out and take this, please, for sponsoring it. Person we'd like to say thank you very much I forgot what I was saying.
Give them one of those sex on the beach drinks.
Sex on the beach. Got a hiccup, come on. Sorry.
Thank you. No, it's good to get around to everybody and say hello. We've probably spent far too much time talking to everyone, but that's just part of it. I enjoy it. Try to get along with everybody. And if I say anything else, I'll probably end up talking like Sam. So.
So 6 or 7 years, shock absorber therapy, have been sponsoring AMCAs at Archfield. So a little thank you to Paul and Karen and Shock Absorber. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Paul. No problem at all. I'd just like to say thanks. We'll get a little bit more into it a little bit later when we do the trophy presentation for you guys from the track. Thank you.
Okay. I have a special thank you as well. This person is currently behind a camera, but she made it easier for everyone to look at the AMCAs, and if you weren't actually at the track, you still got to watch it. So for instance, when we went down and did the Calcutta and everything at the Australian title, my kids still got to watch everything because someone was behind the camera.
Thanks guys, it's been a lot of fun. I don't know, just like to get AMCAs out there. Awesome people, awesome sport, and hopefully everyone can watch from home when they can't be there in person. So
that's not the last of the interesting ones. We've got one more driver, as I said, to come, and I'd like him to actually be here when the award is actually presented. So we might skip that one and go on to
Best presented crew. Yeah, they always present themselves really well, these guys, and it's always a bit of a toss-up. We've got a couple of people in their class now that have stepped up their presentation, but best presented crew goes to Nathan Tomkins. These guys present themselves extremely well if it's through their blog and their YouTube channel, and they're always trying to promote AMCAs, and yeah, their own equipment's always turned out in a really nice, and the crew's always looking pretty smart, so love your work, mate. Cheers.
Thanks very much. Just like to say a big thanks to Bree especially, because without her we definitely wouldn't be getting this award. Big thanks to Sam and Steve for doing what they do for AMCA Nationals. And he's just showing up now. I personally want to thank Bretto Robotham, because 12 months ago Bree and I decided to build a house, and at that point in time we didn't know what we were going to do, where we were going to house the race car. So I think it was actually the presentation night last year. Bretto tapped me on the shoulder and said, well, why don't you come and park it up out at my place, and that'll save you from racking it up for 12 months. So yeah, big thanks to Bretto for that. Bretto and Katie.
where is he?
He's just rolled in now. He's the dark horse.
Hey, Uncle Bretto.
So, and he's been a vital part of the with the vlogs and all that sort of thing. So big thanks to everyone. Big thanks to Mum and Dad and all the sponsors as well. Wicked Power for coming tonight. Ian and Donna from Wicked Power. Dutton One. All the other guys. You know who you are. So thanks very much.
Here he is.
Where are we sitting at?
Okay, next award is for best presented car. Once again, these guys, their car is always looking immaculate and looks great on the track. And did the commentators have this input? Yeah, so Steve and Trev, pretty much we give them this job to pick the best presented car as they see it every Saturday night, and that goes to Michael Denny.
Thanks, guys. It's always a massive thing for us to put the car on the track every race meeting, as good as it can be, and it's a massive effort by probably Jeff more so than anyone else. Yeah, big thanks, and hopefully we'll come up with something different next year maybe. Thanks, guys.
All right, next award is the Encouragement Award, and this season it goes to a guy who we probably didn't see him on the track all that often, but he turned up a lot, and something would go wrong with the car, and he barely would even get a heat race in, but he just kept working at it, kept trying and kept presenting, and I think at the end of the season he finally got a few laps in, but I hope he keeps persevering with it. I know it can get frustrating at times when things aren't working out, but Gary Stacey, we'll give you the Encouragement Award, mate. I think at the start of the season we went to Bundaberg, and I think you drove all the way to Bundaberg, rolled it off the trailer and pretty much rolled it back on the trailer.
Yeah, 3 laps, put up an engine, brand new engine.
Yeah, so yeah, good on you. Good on you. Good effort. All right, next award is Most Improved Driver for this season. We had a few candidates for this. It was a little bit tough to sort of pick this one, but we think we've made the right choice here. His results as the year's gone on have just got better and better, and had a lot of issues with his car early on and getting it sorted out. But yeah, towards the end of the season he was right on the pace. So well done, Bretto Robotham. Good to see you got dressed up for the occasion.
I've got to go home and fix the car. Got to get it ready. Can't let you get past me yet. Thanks everyone. I've had a lot of help over the season too. You know, in the AMCA ranks, obviously stole a bit of gear off Nathan's car. He didn't know about it. And whoever else, you know. Even Matty Pascoe helped me out a fair bit, which was good. Blokes in New South Wales, I know. I reckon I spoke to everyone in the country. And I've got a bit of a car it's just not right. It's all been put together wrong, but we're slowly getting that band-aid to stick on both sides. So, no, thanks for all that. Thanks for supporting me.
All right, so the next award is the Rookie of the Season. So this is the driver, so it's in their first full season of AMCA racing, and it goes on the overall point score, so total points for all your racing for the season. Yeah, this goes to a guy who's just come in, and he's been pretty well on the pace from the get-go, and he's getting quicker and quicker, and yeah, it's good to see new people come into the sport and do well, and I think they're going to go places in the future. It's Maverick Day.
Thanks guys, really happy. Thanks to everyone that's helped me out this season. Literally everyone we've spoken to has helped us. No one's ever put us straight, so been blessed.
There was lots of travel. Now, I have an honourable mention because this person went to lots of places that none of us also went. So when we travelled down to the Australian title, we actually passed this guy on his way back from, where were you coming back from? Robotham?
Oh, deliver load.
Canada.
You were racing. Canada, was it?
I don't know, I was having a bit of sleep then, but Gunnedah, that's right, yeah.
Yep. So an honourable mention for most travelled is Bretto Robotham, please. Yes. Fill it with coffee, you might need it. Right, the big award has to go to the person who did Bundy twice.
Twice, Rocky twice.
Bundy twice, Rocky twice. There you go. Most travelled Bruce Marshall.
I didn't actually get lost at any point, I don't think.
Because you had good company in the car. We didn't
I
talk
did.
politics.
We are going to go through the top 3 drivers for the 253 powered vehicles. So this is done purely on the point score as well, so your accumulation of all your racing points. And in 3rd place this year was the Q16 car of Shane Stacey. In 2nd place, this goes to a guy who he just keeps improving all the time, and I really enjoy racing against him, Troy Price. Well done.
I'd just like to thank the wife for everything behind the scenes that she does that people don't see, changing gearboxes and everything like that. So,
I need to.
sponsors Bretto Bubba, and second again, do I know who would have won it without a doubt? So. I will get him one year.
Alright, in 1st place, it's probably no secret, but speaking of people we enjoy racing with, these guys are awesome and turn out an unbelievable race car, and God help us if he ever updates to the shed, but Nathan Tomkins, well done, mate.
He's had more Chevy than all year.
This, yeah, I think because this is all based on the Archfield points or
overall.
Overall, okay, all right, cool. Well, that's awesome. We pride ourselves on doing what we do and still running the 253, and yeah, it's been a very good season for us with the state title. We run out of fuel at the national title, but we won't talk about that. Yeah, big thanks to Dad for this one, because yeah, without him and the engine that he builds, we wouldn't be up here. So once again, big thanks to Bretto for letting us house our car in his place and fixing a lot of stuff along the way as well. I know we've had some pretty big pranks, and Bretto's always been there as a bit of almost like a second dad, let's say, down here, so he's helped out a lot. Yeah, big thanks to Bree, Mum, Ian and Donna, the sponsors. Yeah, we'll give it another crack next year. Thanks, guys.
Alright, so we'll move on. We're going to do the track championship as the final lot of awards. So we're going to go through the South East Queensland point score. So this is overall points accumulation for all your racing, Archerfield, all the other tracks around the state, all your titles. You get double points for the Queensland title, and you get double points for your Australian title, and you get single points for any other title that you do. So we'll just rattle off the top 10 and we'll work our way down. So in 10th place this season overall was Kevin Stowe on 988 points. In 9th place on 1,066 points was Troy Price. Well done, Troy. In 8th place on 1,215 points was Matt Hardy. Well done, Matt. 7th place on 1,322 points was Shane McKinnell. Well done, Shane. 6th. Can't count very well. Not backwards anyway. In 6th place on 1,384 points was Graham Holland. Well done, Graham. In 5th spot, 1,766 points was Brett Robotham. Well done, Brett. And 4th place on 1,919 points was Nathan Tomkins. And in 3rd place on 2,399 points was our new Australian one, Steve Price. Well done, I'll get it. We'll get Deb.
I was told Deb had
Deb
to
has to
come
come
Deb
up.
had to
We're
come
told
up.
Deb.
And there's video footage. Unless you put the tutu on, Troy. Unless you put the skirt on.
I'll show him next year, mate.
I'm not, there's video evidence, mate.
Give us a speech, Deb.
Alright, in second spot on 2,488 points was myself.
Just tries to brush over it.
On,
Yeah, come on. I think there'd be some people you'd like to thank. Because on the final night, John Kelly got on the game.
Well, thank you to Sam and Tabitha and Reese and everyone else that helps out. Scotty and Shane and Bruce and everyone that we sort of talk with through the year and compare notes with and all those sorts of things. So thank you to our sponsors as well, and thank you to everyone, Steve, Trev, everyone that pumps our class up a little bit and makes us feel important. So we really appreciate it. Thank you. So in first spot on 3,162 points was Bruce Marshall.
That's the first time I've ever seen you go up and tread on his shoes. You made it, mate.
Thanks, guys. It's just terrific this year. We've had such a good year. I can't thank my crew guys, Brett, Jamie, my dad, my wife Anne, and my crew guys especially, because I know I'm a grumpy bastard at the racetrack sometimes. I'm difficult. Brett's nodding his head because he knows I am. Sam and Steve, you do a great job of doing all this stuff. You just do a great job organising things, and I know from my family's experience with this, it's a lot of work to do it, and it's very much appreciated. I'd also like to thank Steve for pushing me as hard as he has all year. It's challenging every time we turn up the track, and that goes for Steve Price as well, our Aussie champ. Fantastic to race with, and you guys all push us really hard, and be proud of yourselves because you are racing with a really tough group of cars up here. Like, it is, seriously, if you'd all come down to the Australian title, most of you would have made the feature race. Yeah, it's really good racing with you guys, and thanks very much.
So we've got some lucky dip prizes that Nathan forgot to fill.
Had one job.
One job.
One job.
I had to go to the bathroom because I've had
And like we needed a water squirter, freezing cold.
Once again, this year was sponsored by Shock Absorber Therapy, and I just want to say a massive thank you to Paul and Karen. As I said, it's 6 years or 7 years now. Really appreciate it. Hopefully, and thank you to Steve and Trev and that they really, mention Shock Absorber Therapy all the time. We try and get as much publicity for it as we can, and hopefully you've got a little bit out of it as well from your input. So I think we just also just do a big thank you to Paul and Karen for everything they've done. Hopefully it's not the last Archer Field Track Championship, but I'm not entirely filled with a lot of confidence there, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens over the next couple of months. So yeah, I'll hand it over to the guys.
On behalf of all you guys, each and every driver, there's one person in this room that does a shitload of work for you guys. Now, my wife's been down this track as well. I know Bruce Marshall's family's been down this track as well. I have one little presentation for this particular person, and I'd like you to all put your hands together for it. Sam. does to you guys is probably what a lot, okay, Steve would see it, but a lot of people don't see what goes on behind the scenes. I know how much work goes on behind the scenes. I've been there, done that. So, well done. And it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of time.
Thank you. I missed my opportunity to say something at the Australian title because I was actually completely lost for words. But Steve and I have been doing this for 24 seasons. We've been racing AMCAs. I originally took it on because we just wanted to go racing. This is what we do on a Saturday night. A few of you will know, and you've watched our kids grow up, hence why when David got a boyfriend, you guys had more to say about it than our own dad. But like you said, Macca, like you said, Macca, you guys are all Speedway uncles and aunties for my family because you've watched them grow up. So thank you very much for this. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Unaccustomed as I am to speaking. Funny. Look guys, once again, thank you very much for the show you've put on. As we said, you make our job very, very easy week in, week out, and the AMCA class is certainly on the rise. Let's hope, as Steve touched on before, that Brisbane's Archfield International Speedway doesn't shut its doors. We get at least one more season in, and touch wood, that really does happen. We'll know apparently by July 20, July 30. Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens after that. The 21-22 Shock Absorber Therapy Track Championship held at Archfield Speedway. We're going to do the top 10. I'll do the first 7, and then the boss man will take it over. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll start from 10th place on 376 points, the Q85 of Shane McKinnell. In 9th place, it is one of our favourite cars, certainly one of the crowd's favourite cars, especially when the lights go down, the F111 of Tony Blanche on 389. One of the prettiest motor cars running around in the blue and white, the Q92 on 457, Scotty Hitchcock. He's the son of a gun and a superstar on the rise in Little 253, and he will get Tomo one day. The Q21, Troy Price on 491. Whether it's a V8 dirt modified or a broken wheelbarrow, always looking good in red and yellow. On 547, Kevy Stowe. A long way from being the pioneer race cars out on the racetrack in Ford versus Holden and doing a sensational job in the big black and red 99 on 739 points, Bretto Robotham. He's one of Trevor and my favourite drivers. We absolutely love the time that he gives us on and off the racetrack. Beautiful looking motor car and a great family. On 769 points, none other than Graham Dutchy Holland. Top 3.
One other quick thing I did forget to say, thanks to Macca and Trevor, because they do push shock absorber therapy every time you guys go out. Don't worry, I do take notice of what goes on.
He was my hardest taskmaster.
We've known each other for a while. We've worked the hard way. But I do take notice of what goes on. I keep an eye on what's going on. Is it Bree?
Yes.
I kept an eye on the Australian title via you, thank you. So you did an awesome job. So that's what I mean, like, I missed a few race meetings this year, bit crook a couple of times, it hurt the knee and so forth, but I still enjoyed going there and watching you guys go around. We'll talk about next season because we don't know where we're at with next season at this point in stage. So, but if anybody needs some help with some shocks or some springs and things like that, that's what I'm there for. Just to help you out. You don't have to use me exclusively or anything like that, but it does help with the sponsorship side of things as well. Okay, top 3. Well, this is going to be hard. This one's going to have a present speech this time. Steve Price.
I know you don't. So, on behalf of Debbie and Steve, we want to thank City Steel, Repco. Is Royce Price still on the car? That's it, just City Steel and Repco. And G. Baden's? Maintenance, yeah, right. Want to thank all the family that helped the car, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And Just Deb, exactly right. There you go.
She's the backbone of that.
She is well and truly the backbone. Trust me, I did an interview with Steve just after he won the Australian title, and I must have had the volume turned up, and I copped an absolute fizzling because we couldn't hear anything. Exactly right. But we made up for it the last one, didn't we? We did. Was that better? Awesome stuff. Deb Price.
Second place in the Archerfield Shock Absorber Therapy Championship, Steve Potts, sorry.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Paul, for the great trophies. They were awesome. And yeah, I just wanted to reiterate what Bruce said before about people we race with, and Bruce is exactly right. It is an awesome. It's a pleasure to race with everyone on a weekly basis, and everyone pushes each other. And Bruce and Pricey, I know for me, they push me pretty hard to do better, and that's just what happens. It just feeds off that, and we all get better. And I think that's why we are in a good spot as far as the rest of the country goes at the moment. So hopefully we can keep it going. And yeah, congratulations to Steve. I just wanted to acknowledge Steve Price as well, because I just think what he did at the Australian title was just unbelievably amazing. I think he won 4 out of the 5 races for the weekend, and then won the Australian title, led the whole 40 laps that turned out to be nearly 80 laps. And like the pressure, like, I'm not sure everyone understands what sort of pressure you're feeling when you're in that situation, and I think what he did there was pretty amazing, and I just wanted to acknowledge that, because sometimes we have races and people win races and then we just forget about it. But Steve's been doing it a long time, and it's a shame he's not here today, because I really wanted to make sure that we acknowledged his achievements, and it's great to have another Queensland Australian champion.
Thank you. Shock Absorber Therapy Track Championship winner this year, which I've seen him in my shed the other day, Bruce Marshall.
Yeah, Bruce.
I'd like to give special thanks to Paul and Karen for sponsoring the series. So Shock Absorber Therapy, thank you very much. Boss Hogs as well for putting up the vouchers every night out at the Speedway. John and Kathy for running the great Speedway. Like, they really do treat us well at that track. It would be a real shame if it does disappear. I'd also like to thank our commentators, Steve and Trevor, even Chris.
Chris McIntyre.
Chris is tough on me. He gives me a score at the end of the races, and I finally cracked over a 9 in the last speed race. There you go. There's a little in joke going on there. You must find this class very easy to commentate on.
Yes, when it's the 3 same blokes winning all the time.
I thought this was half the field's all Stacey's.
Well,
you really couldn't go wrong with
absolutely.
that.
We did make a bit of a point about that the other week, didn't we? Being a Stacey's mum would be something else, wouldn't it?
Actually, sorry, my notes actually said what? A Stacey-a-thon.
A Stacey-a-thon.
Yep. Stacey-a-thon.
No, it's really awesome, guys. I really appreciate it, and yeah, I just can't thank everyone enough, and racing with everyone. It's just been great fun. So look forward to next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Once again, thanks to Paul and Karen and Steve, Trev, Chris. I did forget Chris. Thanks for bringing that up, Bruce. Chris Metcalf was also on the infield as well. And just thank you to everyone involved in AMCA's. It's a pleasure to be associated with you all, and we enjoy doing what we do, and hopefully, as we said, hopefully we'll get one more last season at Archerfield. Thank you to Carla and Boss Hogs for having us here today, and their sponsorship throughout the season as well. And yeah, we'll just keep an eye out over the next few weeks. Once we know exactly what's happening locally with Archerfield, we'll release our calendar, and yeah, look forward to the season coming up. So thanks very much, everyone.
Bree's got to paint a fence.
Can't forget the Illuminator.
Thank you very much for
Don't you laugh at me?
Thank you very much.
See you. Watch out.
She's got her eliminator. She'll eliminate you.
See ya. Paint the fence, not the grass.
Don't lose things. See ya. How's the new house? Is it good?
That's good.
It's good?
It's good.
Hey, buddy.
The shed's better.
Fantastic, mate. And I was genuinely happy that night you won up at Toowoomba. Oh, so excited.
Genuinely, though.
I was pissed that I lost. I was pissed that we got cut last. But I was so excited for you. I remember that. I couldn't run it. I was so excited.
You came running and jumping over.
That's good.
It was good. Really good season. Really good. Good season.
We're happy. Now we're going to go and focus on the house for a little while and then back at it now.
Focus on the house.
Doesn't sound as fun, does it? That's race car. No.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to be 24/7 race car? That would be nice.
One day, maybe.
One day. Hoist. Yeah. See you later, guys.
I'll see you when I see you, hey?
Yeah.
That's my house.
See you next season. It's good.
Is it?
That's really
You got to
good.
see me before then. You got to come pick up the shit.
I know. We got to get driveways. Wait, what?
Going for a wee walk.
Typical bunny strip. Okay, thanks guys. I know it was a bit of a different one, but yeah, thought we'd film it as we go. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know if you'd like to see more footage from us setting up the house and the shed, and still got to move the race car and everything in here once we get driveways done. But yeah, comment below and let me know. Cheers guys, see you next time.